Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, rather had fun, yeah.
I'm excited to have Aaron Trost on the podcast. He reached out to me because he has recently been in Ukraine, teaching some pickleball, helping grow pickleball in Ukraine, and I found that extremely interesting and wanted to learn a little bit more. I've actually known Aaron since like 2019, playing some tournaments around the Midwest, and just curious to catch up with him. So, Aaron, welcome to the pod, and tell us a little bit about this trip that you had.
Yeah, no, great to be on, Zane. I remember those tournaments in 2019. I think the last time I played you, you and Sincola beat me 15-0. And when I took a timeout at 0-13-1, I was kind of thinking my mission and purpose in pickleball is probably not going pro. So that's why I go to a war zone and do pickleball.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, I heard that when you messaged me, or I read that, and I was like, I haven't heard anything like this in pickleball. Like, what? First off, why? Like, why'd you go decide to teach pickleball, grow pickleball in Ukraine? Like, don't you have any other hobbies, like, I don't know, bird watching or something?
Yeah, well,
What's
in
the
Kansas
what's
City, we have good barbecue, good football, and a lot of rec pickleball, but that can only take me so far. So I started a nonprofit about 4 years ago called Pickleball Planter, and started out small. Did a children's home pickleball at the children's home in Honduras, and had a really good experience doing that. So I've been kind of around the world doing pickleball. I have a job that is very flexible. I'm in political consulting, so during an election year, I'm very busy. But during a non-election year, I have a lot of free time. So I use that. I'm an evangelical Christian and went to seminary, and so I have kind of a network of missionaries and people that are serving overseas. And the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, their corporate headquarters is here in Kansas City. So I'm kind of able to connect with people in athletic ministry and have opportunities to go places. And that's how Ukraine developed.
wow, okay. So, interesting. So, what exactly did you end up first off, how did you even get to Ukraine? Are you allowed to go to Ukraine technically? Like, can you get to Ukraine from
Oh,
the
yeah, you
US, or
don't
you have
even
to
need a
go?
visa. Yeah, you'd be very
Oh,
welcome
okay.
there. Yeah, you just
Uh,
so to go over there, I'm in the Midwest, so I got to take a flight to an airport like JFK, and then flew from JFK to Warsaw, and then you got to take a train or a bus into Ukraine from there. And it's hard to get a train ticket, so usually they get a bus because those go really fast. So it was about a 14-hour bus to go from Warsaw into Rivne, which is the first city I was in Ukraine. And so yeah, you don't need a visa. They just check you at the border. I brought a lot of pickleball equipment in, so that was kind of an interesting experience at the border, but it all got through. And it's pretty easy to get there. If you could just handle a very long bus ride to get in.
yeah, okay, interesting. So, once you got to Ukraine, you said, you were in, how'd you pronounce it? Rivne?
Rivne, yeah, it's a city of
Rivne.
about 300,000 people. It's in Western Ukraine. That's generally pretty safe. Their airport got bombed kind of early in the war, but other than that, it's generally pretty safe. And there was a Fellowship of Christian Athletes youth camp where they did about 15 different sports. So I kind of pitched them on pickleball being one of the sports. And so we'd have an opportunity to do it there. So, yeah, about 600 kids and their parents on the final day got exposure to pickleball. And that was a very new thing in Ukraine. And then throughout the week, when the camp was over, I was able to do what I call pickleball demos to like smaller groups of people in that city that I would say are more leveraged people in athletics. And so some of them are involved in like, church. There's a lot of church athletic stuff going on in Ukraine. And then there are a lot of people working with like wounded warriors that are very interested in pickleball, as a way to reach out to people who've been through a horrible situation. So
Right.
my week in Reed Day was a lot of doing that.
Yeah, I know. I think there are a few groups within the United States, and I wish I was prepared with the names of them. I would love to find out and help promote them. But I think that there are a couple of groups within the states that are sort of using pickleball as a tool to help soldiers coming back, or people who are who have lost community sense, or have issues arising from war zone activity. Like, use pickleball to help them recover, and it seems like that's a little bit of something that was going on in Ukraine, huh?
Yeah, no, that is very real. The Ukrainian Pickleball Federation, that's who I spent my week in Kyiv with. That is their number one priority. There are probably in Ukraine over 150,000 people who have been permanently disabled due to the war. And I'm talking about like amputations, both military and civilians. So yeah, like it's a different experience with pickleball over there. There are people playing pickleball, really enjoying pickleball. But at the end of the day, they're thinking about pickleball as a way to reach out to wounded warriors and people that have been disabled due to the war. So it's very humbling to be around that, but very rewarding because they're really focused on reaching out to adaptive athletes and giving them the joy of pickleball that you and I love playing so much.
Yeah, no, that's super, super interesting. And that's a little bit more away from the front, obviously, but you went to Kyiv as well. So tell me about what exactly happened in Kyiv as well, and what the objective was there. Were you working with the? I'm assuming you were working with the Ukrainian Pickleball Federation in Kyiv as well.
Yeah, so I worked with them there, and it was a wonderful experience. Their president is with the basically works with the military on the mobile fire group. So at night he's like taking out Russian drones, and he's doing pickleball during the day, and he has a full time job. So you're around people like that. People whining about their DUPR algorithm. Score went down to 427. It's kind of like first world problem. So
Yeah, very
yeah,
much so.
so it was really cool to be around, him because he's really in pickleball for the right reasons. And so, yeah, I did various adaptive stuff that week. Work with people in a variety of settings, people in wheelchairs, people with a prosthetic leg, playing pickleball. So did that. Also did, it's kind of sad, but I'm kind of the goat of pickleball in Ukraine. I think I'm the first 5-0 player to go to Ukraine. So a lot of people wanted to play me. I did some clinics and kind of just taught people the next level of pickleball, what that looks like. So it was a really, really good experience. So, by the way, the president likes the Zane saw. So,
Oh, let's
the
go.
president,
Hey,
yeah,
let's legalize that in Ukraine.
it's not only allowed, it's encouraged in Ukraine. So you go out there and you'll be welcome. So,
Okay, perfect.
If you're looking for a chill way to wind down after your rec game, listen up. Cycling Frog is giving away its best-selling THC seltzers for free. All you have to do is pay $2 for shipping. They're fruit forward, taste great, and they're perfect for a post-game cool down or just hanging out with friends. So grab your free can now by clicking the link in the description box. You're not going to want to miss this.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, rather had fun, yeah.